Hey, what's up YouTube? How to Tech here, bringing you some news on the S Pen Gate, S Gate, whatever the heck you want to call it, where you break the sensor off the S Pen in the brand new Note 5 when you insert your pen in backwards. Or we're going to talk about how to fix this. As long as you haven't removed your S Pen yet, there is a way to remove this without breaking your phone or actually having to open it. So I've actually opened this one for demonstration purposes. There's actually two parts to the S Pen mechanism inside the phone. This portion right here at the top, this little rubber grommet thing, this holds the S Pen in, and then below that is actually the sensor that detects whether the S Pen has been inserted in their phone. You can see it's this little tiny black thing right here. Basically, that gets pushed up when you insert the pen. It's a little, basically, kind of like a light switch, and that determines if the S Pen has been pushed in. The actual portion above that little white or gray rubber grommet actually just holds the pen in place once you've inserted it. So now, if we insert our pen in backwards, you can see that it'll go down the tube, it'll go past the little sensor part, and then hit this plastic nub here. Now the nub will just hold it in, but when you try to pull the S Pen back out, it's actually going to catch on that sensor right below, right here. You can see that little kind of glare. It's hard to see. You can see that it's pulling on that little nub there, and that's going to break off if you pull it too hard. So we don't want to pull it past that point or else you're going to break the device. Now let me give you possibly a little bit better idea here of how this works. So we're inserting the pen. You can see there's the cutouts on the pen where the little plastic grommet here at the top is going to hold it in place. Just like so. And then once you pull it out, the sensor opens. Now you insert it backwards again, gets caught right here on this little sensor. So basically when you insert it backwards, there's 2 points. The first one here that holds it in, and the second one. You can see that at the bottom here, it's almost to the click sensor on the pen itself when it comes out of the phone. Now I'm a fixer, that's what this channel is all about, and I thought to myself when I was messing around with this, I tried a couple pieces of plastic bottle, something thin to slide down the S Pen hole, and I just kept saying, man, this thing is just like as thin as a sheet of paper. Then I thought to myself, hey, why the hell don't I use a piece of paper? So I'm just going to take a piece of paper here, cut a little wide, at least about 5.5, 6 inches in length. I'm going to bend it, and I'm just going to slide it down the S Pen hole here. Now it will get a little bit stuck on occasion. There's an easy way to get it to go down. So I'm making sure that it goes towards the inside. I've pulled the S Pen out, not past the sensor to break it, but now it's stuck, so I'm going to push the S Pen in, pull the S Pen back out, and then keep pushing the paper and sliding it down the hole. Until at one point, it's going to get far enough down where it's going to push that sensor gate up, and I can pull my S Pen out. Now I'm not tugging on this thing very hard at all. I'm just still trying to slide that paper down and make sure it's in there far enough. So again, I'm having a little problem getting it down the hole. It's really, really small tolerances here. But once you get it to a certain point, you can go ahead and just pull your S Pen all the way out. So pretty easy fix here for this device. Now, this didn't have the screws in the S Pen hole. I just put the cover back on. So to give you another display of this, I'm going to put the screws in the back of this phone, and then we'll do it again. Now to give you an idea of how far I also stuck it in, let me grab a measuring tape here real quick as well. Now this is not special paper, it's just a regular sheet of printer paper. So the S Pen is approximately 4.5 inches in length, and the paper was inserted roughly the same exact size. So you want to make sure you get it far enough up there. So make sure you cut your paper about 5.5, 6 inches in length, so give you a little room to handle it. Let me go ahead and screw these screws in. I'm going to skip past this part not to bore you guys. Alright, so putting the last screw in, you can see all of them are down the side here and on the back. Now we're going to take our S Pen. We're going to click it or unclick it, doesn't matter. We're going to slide it on in there. And yep, there it is. It's stuck. It's stuck good. It's not going to come out unless I yank it out. So I'm going to take a piece of paper. We're just going to cut down one of the sides of the piece of paper. Remember, it's got to be about 6 inches in length. Now either wrap it around something like a pen or something you can get a curve on it. You can just wrap it around your S Pen, not that big of a deal. I find it a little bit easier to get a little bit of a curve on it. Kind of make it a L or a right angle. Make sure that one side goes down the inside portion of the S Pen and one side can go on top, kind of as a guide. Take our piece of paper, wrap it around the pen, and just start sliding it up. Now you want to be a little bit gentle because sometimes the paper will want to bend, and that can cause it to kind of warp and not go in all the way. But of course, sheets of paper are cheap, so if you don't get it the first time, you can do it again. So pull the pen out because I'm unable to pull the paper anymore in. I'm just going to slide the S Pen out by holding the paper against it so it doesn't get pulled out. Take the S Pen and slide the paper back in again. Do this a few times, making sure not to pull the S Pen too far. And then eventually, you just go ahead and slide that S Pen out. Now, if you found the video helpful, hit that like button. You want to see future fixes on phones, subscribe to me. I try to post a couple a month. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.